what's up and welcome to my channel. It's your girl JTR.Beauty, aka Jada, and if you couldn't tell by the title, today I'm going to be a little review on the Morphe 35O2 palette. I've been wanting it for a long time. The thing is, I just don't like to buy makeup online, so yeah, this video is kind of late, you know, to the trend, but like honestly I don't care. I just really wanted to review it. So I guess in the past 2 weeks it's been in stores at Ulta, so I decided, hey, why not, let's do this and get a video out of it. If you're new here, I hope you do me a favor and go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below for me real quick before we start this video. So here we are, and if you guys are ready, I am too, so let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so starting out, I'm going to be talking about the packaging. So far, it's your typical Morphe type palette. I do, however, like how they incorporated the matte with the glossy type feel thing. And then on the side it says blend the rules, which I thought was pretty clever. And the palette does include 35 shades, and as you can see, it's the second one to the 35O palette, which I don't have possession of, but you know, so I'm just gonna read this little back part of it. It says, meet your squad of beyond creamy highlight, highly pigmented, super blendable eyeshadows. This fiery palette is bursting with off-the-chart oranges and boldy warm neutrals. The endless looks are up to you. Morphe babes don't just blend, they blend the rules. Oh, they have bubble wrap in here. So starting off, taking the palette out of the box, I see that it's wrapped in bubble wrap. I guess they really want to make sure that you get what you are buying. And
Six and a half hours later.
Sorry, I just really wanted to do that. Like, you just get this kind of basic looking Morphe palette, eyeshadow palette. It's not really much to this. I really think they could have amped up their game with these palettes, but let's just open it. Okay, here we go. So for starters, I do think they should include mirrors here, and then but I do get this plastic film here that has all the shade names on it, which I think is great, because you know, instead of just sitting there and saying names of things, I can like literally tell you. So off the bat, I see that this palette is like very fall type, very warm, neutral colors. Honestly, it's really pretty. Other than the packaging, the colors are just bomb to me. So, every time I open a new palette, I almost accidentally miss it. I kind of really did want to do some swatches of this because look at it. And I'm obviously not going to be using all of these shades today, so let's just start the swatching, shall we? Okay, so the first shade that I will be swatching is Universal here, called Universal. Wonder why they call it Universal, maybe because it's like a universal shade, but we all know that. Ooh, it's very, very smooth, I'm not gonna lie. This is very smooth texture. Let's see, it's swatched. And swatches very nicely. Wow. And if you're wondering what this black stuff is, that is actually eyebrow gel. Okay, so before I was so rudely interrupted by the battery cutting off, like I said, this is just brow gel. Don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with my skin. It's just brow gel, but this color, I just think it suits well for an eyeshadow base. It's very, very smooth formula. So I'm kind of curious to see what they put in these things. But the next shade I will be swatching is a shimmer shade, and it is called Pure. Feeling this shimmer shade at first, it feels very, I don't know, it feels more powdery than that matte shade, and usually, you know, shimmer shades are more smooth and buttery feeling than mattes, but let's just see how it swatches. Oh, wow, that's pretty. Ooh, child, that is gorgeous. I don't know if it looks as good as it does on camera as it does in real life, but this is really pretty. Actually, I'm just gonna start going by Rose now, because this is 35 shades and I'm swatching all of them. So let's just do that, okay? Okay, so the next few shades in this row is Orb, Tan, Sizzle, Amber, and Bronzy. And right off the bat, I can tell you my favorites out of these was Bronzy and Sizzle. This shimmer shade was not one of my favorites just because the way it felt and the way it looks, I just don't see myself really using it like that. But who knows, maybe I might use it today. And then the mattes are obviously, they were really smooth texture and they just glided on. So yeah, here is the rest of that little row for you guys. Okay, so the next row I have here is more of those orange reddish shades. They're very rich in texture, all of them, so I'm going to stop talking about the texture because it obviously feels good other than your few powdery ones that you have. But here's the next row and the shades are Flux, Contour, Heat, Ablaze, Sauce, Fire, and Ruby. I do love these reds and these orange in this row. I feel like I'm going to get the most use out of these out of the palettes. And of course the brown neutrals, they're just really pretty. And my favorite out of this little row is this shimmer red color. I think it's just so pretty, so yay. Okay, and for the next row we have Zodiac, Polish, Spice, Terracotta, Brick, Rustic, and Zippy. And right off the bat I can tell you that one of my favorite shimmer shades in this one is Polished and Zippy here. And like Zippy felt like wet, like it just felt wet, and I feel like that's such a good quality and a good shimmer shade. So like this row is like kind of killing the game for me. Okay, so for the next row, right off the bat I can tell you that the first shade here, Dust, was a bit harder to swatch than I've had in the past. And then let me just tell you the shades in this row: Dust, Risky, Chestnut, Halo, Rich, Brave, and In the Zone. The only shimmer shade in this row was Halo, and I can tell you it felt just as wet as Zippy, and like I think it's really pretty, but like not too like, you know, glittery, but just like that perfect amount, and it just felt really nice. So I feel like that's gonna be like a really good shimmer shade here. And then as all of them, they all swatch pretty nicely other than Dust, I would say. So yeah. And for this row, I think one thing that Morphe did that I just think is so great is that they included a black in the palette, because we all know black is kind of like a universal color. Sometimes we can use it for a smoky eye, sometimes we can use it to buff out some eyeliner, or sometimes we can even use it for eyeliner. And I feel like that black, when I tell you, it is like the smoothest black I have felt. It is so smooth and swatches so nicely. And then I would say that, ooh, why did I just scratch my face? Makeup 101, don't scratch your face when you're wearing makeup. But yeah, and then I believe, let me just tell you guys the shades in this. Fawn, Stone, So Warm, Toast, Brunette, Muddy, and Wiz. I can tell you that I believe Toast was like, I feel like the most powdery shade in this palette that I've encountered. I feel like this row is more for the smoky eye if you're going for that matte type look. And yeah, so that was the last row, and let's get on to actually doing stuff with my eyes. Okay, so right off the bat, I kind of wanted to use those burgundy shades, going into like a sort of gradient on the eyelid, no eyeliner. So to start off this look, I'm really just winging it here, so bear with me. So I decided to start off with the Universal, going in with that shade. Ooh, I can already tell that this is a lot of just one little swirl, and I've already like whoa on how much product was on my brush. So I'm just using that as kind of like the base for my eyeshadow so that everything just comes together really nicely and I don't crease. Okay, so next I'm going to be using the shade Halo as like my lid shade, because I'm kind of just wanting to do like a gradient look, but like instead of like starting from the top and bringing it down, I'm just going to start from down and bring it up. So I'm using my finger to apply this because I just feel like that's the best way to get off what I'm wanting. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my lid with my finger. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and buff that out with a smaller blending brush just so that everything comes together really nicely. Using a brush with like barely any product on it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I'm going to be using the shade Heat, basically applying that like right above my crease, and I really don't know where I'm going with this, guys, so like I said, bear with me. Right off the bat, I'm betting if I did not tap my brush I would have so much fallout, but yeah, so I'm just going to take that and right above the crease, just put that right over it. I am a brown person, so usually pigment is like not easy to like kind of bring out on a person of my skin tone, so for it to come out this way I'm just like shocked, like wow. Mind you, I've never had a Morphe palette, so I really don't know how this works with them, but like the pigment is just so that like I'm absolutely in love. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the shade In the Zone and use that right between Heat and Halo. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and take Burnett and just put her right on that outer V just to add some definition, a little bit more definition. She's not really going anywhere other than there. Very pretty shade. I don't know why they call it burgundy. It looks more like Burnett. Sorry, it looks more like a burgundy than a brunette. But let's just keep blending. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take the same shade, take whatever's left in the brush and just go underneath. Alright, and now for like a little shimmeriness, because you know we can't just go a whole look and not use any shimmer shades. That's not a thing. I'm going to be using, I did really like Zippy. I'm just not sure if I want to use it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to use Zippy for my inner corner. It looks very different than I thought it would on here, so I think I'm going to go in with a lighter shimmer shade. So like I said, I just want to go in with a lighter shimmer shade, and I'm going to use Pure to do that. So I'm just going to dip into that and just apply it right on top of Zippy, Zippy, Zippy. And now I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone with Pure going. Okay, so now I'm just going to go put on some lashes and I'll finish up the video. Okay, now that I've done that, here's the final look for you guys. Anyways, guys, my final thought on the palette is that I would honestly recommend it for any person of any skin tone, because I just believe that the shades are just so pigmented and just like, you know, anyone could use a little fall look in their lives, you know what I'm saying? Warm tone colors. Like I said, the shades are very smooth. The only thing that I would have to say about it is like the basic black palette. Like, come on, Morphe. You guys could have done better than this. But the palette is okay. The palette is okay. But they could have done better than with that. But other than that, I honestly really enjoyed the palette. I really enjoyed swatching all the shades. I like doing that type of stuff. But yeah, so thank you. That's all I really have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button down below. And if you have some suggestions for my next video, please go ahead and comment that down below in the comment section. And if you like me just in general, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that red subscribe button. Go hit it like now. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.